point you anywhere closer to me. Where you are, I will be. My heart in the deep.
Welcome to another video, and today is a Sunny video. Yay! So Sunny has lots and lots of fans, which is really exciting that he's actually going to a show today, and we are doing Novice 24. He's never done a novice test before, but I can't do a prelim test. They're so boring. I don't know, my mind like switches off in them, and he's actually a really spooky horse, so I have to make sure that he's concentrating. So because the novice tests are a little bit busier, it means that he can concentrate a bit more and not think about spooking so much. Anyway, he's had many a calming cookie because he is spooky, so fingers crossed that makes a difference. So yeah, I'm about to load up, warm him up. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so welcome to the first Sunny voiceover. Now this voiceover is going to be very different to Leggy's dressage test voiceovers, not only because this is a novice test, not one of the higher level tests, but also I really have to hold this horse's hand, and you will see a little bit why. Okay, so those of you who don't know Sunny, he is half brother to Allegro. But he hasn't done a lot at all, and he's an extremely nervous horse, especially when we take him out by himself. So I don't know if you noticed, but you know, he's thrown his head around a little bit, not necessarily because he isn't very well schooled, just that he gets in here and he gets so very tense. So what I have to be careful of as a rider is not to back off him too much. So any of you that have ever dealt with nervous horses, or if you own a nervous horse, the worst thing you can do is go very defensive in your riding. Now, he's going quite forward here, which is a good thing. I'm making sure to just flex him a little bit on the inside. Whoops, there's the first spook. So I have to make sure to flex him quite a lot onto the inside as we come around the corners, just so I'm trying to keep his attention on me. Here in the medium trot, I didn't push for too much because, again, if I ask for too much, he's either going to break into canter or just like lose the plot a bit. Again, he's bent a little bit incorrectly around the corner just because he's spooking at the judges now. And at this point in the walk, I'm just trying to keep my breath nice and steady with him and trying to reassure him. In this part of this novice test, we go from a collected walk to X, and then at X you go into an extended walk. Now, here I'm going into the extended walk. Notice my reins don't go that long because I do not feel confident enough to let him go around with absolutely no contact on the reins. And you'll see in a minute, he's got his contact, and all of a sudden he's like, oh my gosh, life is scary. So I quick to shorten my reins up and go, don't worry, Sonny, I'm still here to hold your hand. Just get his attention back, get that inside flexion back so we can focus on me a little bit more, and then get ready to come into the canter. Now I'm trying to stay quite quiet as I ask him to go into the canter because I know he feels extremely hot at this point, and we have a little buck. And like I said before, he's quite hot. So I lose the canter slightly, and here I become my own worst enemy a little bit because I do back off him. Like I've just said, do not back off him. So now I'm like, come on, get your head in the game a bit more and ride him more forward. So this part of the test has a medium canter on this circle, which is actually a good thing for me because it made me put my leg on him more and just stop him from backing off me so much. This was the previously spooky corner, so I've made sure to get my legs right round him. Now we've got to do a transition from trot to canter, and I've just lost him a little bit here. You can see he's throwing his legs around a bit, and he acts like a baby horse. If I told you guys he was a 4 or 5 or even 6-year-old, you would understand that. But bearing in mind that he just hasn't done the competing like Leggy has done. He hasn't been out, he hasn't been doing loads of things, and he just needs that support at this part in his education. He's not naturally brave like Leggy is. This part was actually much better. I found he started to settle into me, and he actually got a 7.5 for that move. And when I retook the reins, as you saw, his head didn't come up or down. Right. Back into the trot work. We've got another medium trot to do. At this point, I felt a bit braver and I thought the test was more relaxed, so I pushed for a little bit more of a medium trot, and that was quite nice. But now I struggled to get him back, so maybe I should have asked him to come back much earlier. Getting ready to finish the test off. I know he's going a bit fast, so I really try to slow my rising down. Here in the stretchy trot part, he just runs away when I give him the contact. But again, he's just not really focusing on me right now, so I've got to just keep everything as calm as possible. So before we come onto the centre line, you can see my trot slows down a lot. I'm really trying to slow it down early because I don't want him to crash into the judge. So I slow my rising, slow. Think steady in my head, getting ready to come down into the halt. And he does stand, but then he's like, oh. So, yeah, and he's an itchy horse as well. He's always wanted to scratch, but I was really proud of him, you know, because he's come on so much to what he was. And again, the only way you're going to get a nervous horse better is just to keep taking them out to competitions. We know Sonny will get better. We know he will become less spooky. Okay, he's never going to be the kind of horse that does what Allegro does, which is like dancing in an arena with dinosaurs going on. But at this stage in his education, I just want to give him confidence, and I felt that was one of his better tests. So yeah, really proud of our little sunny son.
We can't have a vlog without Leggy in it. No, we can't. Anyway, so I just wanted to fill you in on what I thought of Sunny's test. As you will see in the voiceover, I told you how I just had to hold his hand a little bit because he is a very, very spooky horse, and even though he never actually like spooked across the arena this time like he did last time, he's still very tense, and that showed in his marks as well. So we got 61.5%, and that was in a novice test as well. I mean, you know, it's not like he was doing a prelims, so he actually did surprisingly well. There's so much more to give from that horse. If I could just get him to just chill out a little bit, he would be so much better. So if you have a spooky horse, or one that's a bit nervous, or even a young horse, I'm afraid there is only one true way to make them better, and that is just to keep taking them. Just keep going, keep persevering, and keep getting out there. So no, Sunny's scores went, ow! You bit me! You jealous? So anyway, no, Sunny's scores weren't massive, but a lot of it is due to tension, and due to, like, it said a lot about him being tense, and a lot about, he's biting, stop biting. I'm gonna stand over here where it's safe. Anyway, so yeah, tension and hurrying is what it said a lot. So yeah, we'll get him over that. We'll get him much better. So yeah, that's your video for today. It's been a bit different. So obviously, like, you're so brave, I never have to tell you about how to deal with the spooky horse. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. I hope you've enjoyed it being Sunny for a change. You will see more of him. And again, he's a little baby, just to say goodbye. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like it and share it, tag your friends in it, and I will see you for the next one.